The 8-bit sound really sets that off. That's awesome.
Right.
Thanks.
Good after evening, noon, y'all. Welcome to the Ham Radio Kids Table.
Damn it, Vince.
We are not your grandpa's ham radio.
Good after evening, noon, y'all. I had it for the last
No, you didn't.
Like, 2
Don't
days.
lie.
I know
2
you've
days.
been practicing.
In the mirror.
In the mirror.
almost rehearsed.
In the mirror.
Mirror say to you.
And for those of you that don't understand
Right.
Canadian, howdy, y'all.
Good day, eh?
It was in the mirror all day, and I had my I don't have it here, but I had my Vince mask on as I was practicing it. Just
all right,
so I could get it right
to be the good host. Well, good after evening, noon, whatever, y'all.
you got it.
Welcome to the Ham Radio Kids Table. It is another Wednesday night, and we are here to have some fun. Little programming note tonight. Elle-Marie, we not sure if she's going to be able to make it or not. So still waiting to hear from her. Hopefully she'll be able to link in. Other than that, we are here, and we were just talking. It's like, any good activation, you always need to have a plan B, right? And
always.
You go out to the park, you never know what's going to happen, what's going to be there. You go to a park that you maybe have only surveyed from Google Maps, and you get there and you have to do something different. So that's kind of where we're at right at this minute, but not a big deal. We are professional. What are we? Professional?
We're professional amateurs.
And
Yeah.
professional amateurs.
Yep.
There we go. And we'll do a little plan B. So Vince said, let's talk about our bad activations. What are some bad activations or some bad things that have happened to when you go out to do an activation. It doesn't have to be an activation. It could just been any kind of ham radio thing that you had everything planned out and then it just didn't go the way. I see James Hannibal here in the chat. Looks like he's got his hand up. James, I can send you a link if you want to jump in.
There we go. So totally. the idea here, I was just watching a video where some Canadian turkey was doing an activation, and it seemed like almost everything that could go wrong in the setup of equipment went wrong. And that got me thinking about those times we've gone out to set up equipment in the field, and it could be equipment in a shack, and, something went wrong that we didn't plan on. And, those are the fun stories, because those are the ones we learn from, right? They become, we always say in business, lessons learned. Hell no, it's not lessons learned. It's lessons listed. We write them down. But when we repeat those things, we're not learning anything. But when you list them, that's great. But if you learn from them and don't do them again, then it becomes a lesson learned. So anyway, thank you for coming to my TED Talk.
You're welcome, Ted.
Talk, or is that a Vince Talk?
That's a Vince Talk, yeah.
It's a Vince
You're right,
Talk,
because Ted is in the audience. We're happy to have Ted on all 3 streams. So
well, there you go.
Yeah,
there you go. So Vince, you did just drop a video where everything under the sun didn't go as planned.
A few things didn't go as planned. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So what is your biggest and best advice that you can give to people in a scenario like that?
It's the primary reason you hear me say, because 2 is 1 and 1 is none. And that gets a lot of bad airplay. Let's talk about that for a minute. Some guys go, oh, well, you don't have the weight to carry it. Well, that's your situation. Okay, that's a very valid point of view. But for me to mitigate that problem with bad activations, I bring spare gear. I bring more than one piece of feed line. And now I'm running QRP gear. My gear is a little bit lighter because I really like lightweight gear, even though
who doesn't?
Who wants to hump 100 amp hour battery and 100 watt radio around? Some people do. That's their thing, and that's okay.
Guilty.
And that's okay. And so as long as you're not dragging around 3/4 inch hardline with it, just carry RG8X, you'll be fine, right? So anyway, I carry spare feed lines and spare antennas. And I was just out, what's today, Wednesday? I was out on Monday. It was a holiday here in Canada. I was deep into backcountry at the Little Elbow recreation area. And I put up an antenna, and my SWR was all over the map, and I didn't have my analyzer with me. Okay, well, just put up another antenna. Well, damn. That's not working either. Well, let's trade the feed line. Well, that gets a little bit better. I wonder what's going on, though, because the SWR still isn't where it should be for the type of antenna I put up. So finally, out of frustration, I put up the extra, the dipole, which meant I needed 3 masts instead of 2 because there's no trees nearby. This is Alberta at high altitude. And so it took me a while. It took me like close to an hour to get an antenna on the air. And that's a little bit frustrating. But whatever, it's part of the territory, right? So that's what comes to mind. That's why I say 2 is 1 and 1 is none, because you bring spares and then you don't have these problems.
True
that.
Sometimes the spares can be bad too, and that's happened to me.
Yeah, totally.
That can happen.
I was gonna say I agree. I always bring. I try to bring 2 of everything, and it comes back and it bites me sometimes. From the opposite approach, like when I fly, I go out, I'm now that much further away from home. Depending on how I'm going to get there, whether I've rented a car or, I'm flying somewhere, but then renting a car, or did I take an Uber or whatever? I want to make sure that I have everything. I want that activation to be, good, because I'm, in a roundabout way, investing money to get there. Right. So to mark it off my POTA bingo card, I want to have, whatever that state is or whatever. I don't necessarily do the parks, but I want to try to activate in every state if I can. So, I mean, that is one of those things. So I always bring 2 batteries, 2 radios, 2 pieces of coax, multiple antennas, because you never know, once again, without local knowledge on the ground, you don't necessarily know that if you're going to be able to put something in a tree, if you're going to be able to poke a spike in the ground. So yeah, I mean, that's kind of a pain in the rear. How about you, Freddie? What's
Man, I tell you, this year I haven't published my Support Your Parts Weekend POTA video yet. I'm going to, but it was gee whiz, 98 degrees in the shade. It was bad. I set up decent. I took my canopy. It was so freaking hot. There was no breeze. And I'm out at a local, it's the Deep Fork the Deep Fork Wildlife Refuge, which is not far from the river. And all the water's still and stagnant, and the insects are just thriving. It was a great day. I'm sweating into my eyes. It wasn't great. I had all these plans. They didn't all work out. I did activate the park, but I took my new FTX1 with me, got it going, and I mean, I was exasperated by the time I got around to that. And yeah, I took my fancy homemade 100 amp hour battery box with me. I took I don't know if you've seen the Harbor Freight Bauer toolboxes. You've got the first level that's on wheels, and I've got the other levels, and I've got a video coming out on this little adventure I made. Basically, it's for camping and big time POTA adventures. I call it the Bauer Tower Power, or the Bauer Power Tower.
Power Tower, or the Power,
yeah,
or the Bauer Tower of Power.
3 times.
Yeah, and it's all sectional, right? So it all comes apart. So the bottom's a 100 amp hour battery. The next section's a 100 amp hour battery. Then you got storage, and then the top one is 2 20 amp hour batteries. So it's a way overkill, and you can just take as little or as much as you want at a time. And yeah, I thought I'd take it all. Stupid thing to do. I was miserable the entire time. So from now on, when I activate for a Support Your Parks Weekend in the spring, which is summertime in Oklahoma, I'm hunting from home. That's all. Fair. That's just all I got to say about that. I love doing a POTA activation, but man, I do not like being miserable. It's just, it wasn't great. But I cheated a little bit, took the FTDX10 and started with it, got my activation, then started playing. By the time I was miserable, it was just, heat was killer. I just couldn't stand it anymore. But it's coming. I call it a successful failure. It's on the horizon for a video.
There's a great comment in here from Mike the Traveling Ham. I need to start packing 2 ionospheres.
I keep one of those in my pocket.
Oh yeah,
and
I didn't know they'd fit in your pocket.
Oh yeah. Haven't you seen the pocket edition of the ionosphere?
No.
Oh yeah, you can get them on Amazon. I'll get you a
Give
link.
me an affiliated link because you need to
Yeah.
make money off that.
Oh,
Exactly.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. Can you guys hear me? Apparently my input switched.
Oh, there you
You're
go.
a little
Yeah,
low.
we got you.
Of course I'm low. I'm always low, Jeff. So
Little muffled.
Freddie, Howard over on my channel said he'd swap out those cheap wheels on those boxes.
I already did. That's why the video's coming. I
So-
did a
so
nice,
was
awesome
the
mod
video-
on it.
Was okay? So was the tire mod pre or post your activation?
Oh, totally pre. I
it's pre,
activated
okay.
I activated with it once with the original wheels on it. Huge mistake. So yeah, I put my engineering skills to work, and
Mhm.
now it's just bad to the bone.
So wait a minute now. You're a cop, Freddie Mac. Your engineering skills are generally if it moves, shoot it.
It almost came to that a few times.
Okay.
But
Or
yeah, I had to
handcuff.
re-engineer it a little bit. But man, I like it. I really like it. I don't know if you ever seen the videos. The guy called it's a fishing YouTube channel. Oh, gee, fishing and stuff. He
Okay.
kind of talks a little Cajun accent. I don't know, but the guy's pretty smart. He made a very similar battery box, and that's where I got the idea from. It was from the exact same toolbox, but he didn't change the wheels out.
Was that for his trolling motor?
No, he takes them for
On a-
fishing
on a
trips. But
Gator boat.
yeah, he wanted to run an inverter and all this an ice box and all this other stuff for his fishing trips and what have you. So he mainly got it for the campsite, I think. But I'm making better use of it for me anyway.
Speaking of battery boxes, I just went out for Prime Day, took advantage of that and bought a 300 amp hour battery to throw in the back of the truck.
Nice.
And
Who's it from?
I don't know, one of the Chinesium companies. But wasn't
Always looking for a good deal for a battery.
wasn't overly priced. It's, I don't know, 450 ish. But it's a little more. It would be it's a little bit more expensive than I think other 300 amp hour batteries, slightly. But part of the reason I wanted there was a couple things that I wanted. Bluetooth was one of them, but the other one was heated heaters, built-in heaters, and these heaters are not. They don't just come on. It was something that I was really concerned about, was heaters that would, because here in Indiana where our temperature fluctuates, and I don't really want to pull it out of the back of the truck. I want to kind of do like Jason does, where he's got that 400 amp hour battery in the back of his truck.
Yep.
And it just stays out there. And I think it's like a 400 amp hour battery. It's
That's
huge.
insane. Good for him.
Yeah.
And he can do that in the southern climates too. Those of us up here in the northern latitudes, we can't leave lithium ion or lithium iron phosphate batteries in the truck during the winter because they get really cranky if you try to charge them below freezing.
Yeah.
So what this does is it will charge and discharge will give you about half current until the heater kicks in, and the heater will bring it up to
there's
temperature.
heaters on it, yeah.
But that only does it on a discharge or you're charging.
Yeah.
So to sit idle, it doesn't. They don't come on, which is fine. And ideally, if it's that cold out, I'll probably pull it out and bring it into the garage where it's not going to get as cold. But the other, go ahead.
We have some breaking news from Colin and VK. For those interested, V47JA St. Kitts and Nevis is on 10 meter FT8. So if you want your special event station and your not regularly active stations, V47JA 10 meter FT8.
I just got a message from Elle.
Okay.
Elle-Marie.
And
I think
We-
it was
we
a
like
nice
that.
enough. Yeah.
Does it need to go in the private chat?
No.
Oh, okay.
So Jeff, while Tim is managing his private messaging,
There we go.
tell us about your bad activation and what you did to get around it, man.
Well, I think the first one I've had was my battery died. I didn't even realize it. And
I
this
remember that one.
wasn't the last one up here in
Oh.
Delaware. Actually, where was I was still in Delaware though. I was running my FX4CR and my 4.5 amp hour battery died. Of course, because it's working, I'm just gonna keep using it, and I forget to charge it like after a few times. But luckily, I did have my 9 amp hour battery in my bag, and was able to pull that out and keep going. I've been at an activation where I've forgotten my antennas, and
Oh.
luckily, I was only like 5-10 minutes away from my house. So
that was
and
that was a save.
did the trip back to the house, came back, then started setting up, and then realized I don't have anything to log on. Drove back to the house again and back again. So
Elle-Marie is in the green room. Elle-Marie, if you're good, give me a thumbs up. We'll bring you in.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is live video. It doesn't get any better than
doesn't get any better.
Right.
All right. She's giving me a thumbs up. Let's go.
There you go.
There she is.
Hey.
How's it going?
Pretty good.
Welcome.
How are you?
Do I sound
Hello.
okay?
Yeah.
I didn't get like an audio check here. I totally didn't realize
like-
it was 7:30 Eastern.
You're like 5 and 9, so you're fine.
It's all good. It's great. It's great.
I'm actually 5'9" though, so.
Well, that's even better. That's convenient.
And you're on
Very much
frequency.
so. Yes. Thanks for having me, by the way. So sorry again for the delay. I don't know why I thought it was Central.
Not a big deal. I know most of the Hamtubers are in Central Time, and they'll love to tell you that that's the only time, and that's all that matters. But
Because it's Central.
we like to push the envelope here and go with Eastern Time or Zulu, whichever one. So is it Elle or Elle-Marie or
We can call me Elle. Just like
okay,
the letter.
whichever you prefer.
Elle. We'll go with Elle.
All right, Elle sounds good then. So, what made you get into ham radio? We're going right into the tough questions.
I love it.
We're going right into
so it was my husband who introduced me to the concept. He and his buddy like to go hunting up in Avery, Texas, and they wanted to be able to communicate via the blinds because the blinds are small. You can't fit 2 people in there. So like,
Okay.
oh, how can we communicate up there? And I come from a background of technology, so I studied computer engineering in college. I was a software developer, so technology was always an interest of me. I'm like, oh, so my husband Sean, he told me about it, and I'm like, why would I limit myself from this type of technology? Like, that sounds amazing. Like, to be able to communicate via radio. I also go skiing a bunch, as you know. I go hiking. I'm like, why would I limit myself to this type of communication? So I decided to get my license, and I told my dad about it. So my dad actually got his license before Sean and I did, and he got his radio plate license and before us because we got busy with work and other life things. And so my dad had his license for like a whole year before I did, and he had his radio plate. I'm like, I'm the one who told you about this, and you have your fancy plate. I want my license plate too. And it was also, I don't like leaving things unfinished. So I started the course via ham radio prep. I got like to lesson towards the end, and I just like fell off, and like I should get back doing this. I should finish it. And I wanted my license plate. So I finished the course.
Gotta have that license
got my plate, and then like,
yeah.
Now what? Like what do with this skill that I have? Oh, why don't I go buy a radio? And then so I went because I'm in my car. I thought it'd be a good idea. And so I get the mobile radio, get the Yaesu 510D. I go to ham radio outlet, and I asked one of the clerks, I'm like, show me what you have. Like, I know nothing. What can I have for this amount of money? He's like, oh, he's taking me through the radios, and we landed on the 510D. And I get it. I'm like, how do I install this? I don't. YouTube. Okay, what's on YouTube? There wasn't a whole lot, to be honest. And so that's where like the idea of the channel came in my mind, is specifically for the Forerunner that I have. I'm pointing that way because my car is right over there. Like, why don't I just try? Just put something
Is
out
the
there.
car
It
in the
could be
room with you?
minimal. Huh?
Is the car in the room
No.
with you? Or?
No,
Okay,
there's a window.
I didn't. Oh, okay. All right.
No, yeah, my driveway's like right there. So yeah, I was researching online like how to install my radio, and there wasn't a lot of content there. And I'm like, well, why don't I try? And here we are.
And a good idea that was too.
So you have
Thank you.
Toyota 4Runner, correct?
Right.
Yeah.
It's not off-road. It's nothing fancy. It's just it has the leather seats.
Toyota makes a nice down by the steering column going through the firewall. There's a nice access port that you can push wires through. I used to have a FJ Cruiser. I had it for about 8 years, and then I
had
got
that too.
a 4Runner for a couple years. I'm moved over to a Bronco, but both Toyota and in the Ford Bronco make it really easy to get wires between the engine compartment and the passenger compartment, which is really nice, which helps out on that. And you're right. When I was trying to put a radio in the 4Runner, or I'm sorry, in the FJ, there was no videos. I can't remember. It was some other video that I found where they were running power through that is where I found out about how to get the wire through the firewall easily. And so you're right. There's very little content. Even today, I haven't seen a whole lot.
Yeah, so I thought, oh, well, why don't I showcase what I did? And the video did pretty well. And I'm like, oh, why don't I video myself interacting with it? And like I said, here we are today.
And I tell you what, that FT510 is very close and similar to the FTM 500. So the FTM 510 is the updated version of that radio with the extra super high duper audio. Oh, geez, audio. What's the word I'm looking for? It's not synthesization. It's like an improvement in the analog audio.
ADP.
ADP, yeah, that audio digital processing. Nonetheless, what I'm getting at is if you look up some FTM 500 videos on the Ham Radio Crusader YouTube channel, and there's a few of them on there that will help you out. They have similar features. The FTM 510, in my opinion, is a better radio, but they're very, very similar in form factor and a lot of the functions. Not all of them, but a lot of the functions. So if that helps you in the future.
Very cool. I still got a lot to learn. I haven't even built my own antenna yet. That's definitely on my bucket list of things to do.
Oh, it is fun to do.
Oh, boy. You got your whole life and the rest of your ham radio career. I've been a ham 25, 26 years, and I'm still learning a lot every single day. So it's all good. That's part of the journey.
Yeah, very cool.
So you mentioned this was something you and your husband started down the path, and has he gotten licensed also?
No.
No. Just you.
Just me.
Is there any back and forth rivalry now because of that, or?
No rivalry. Just maybe some teasing, like you showed this to me and I got it before you. When are you gonna do it?
There you go. Are you familiar with Vaughn and Julie, the Poda Power YouTube channel?
No, I'm not.
Yeah, they're a husband wife couple, and they're hilarious. They do a lot of live streaming, Poda activations and everything, and it's like they bring you right into their living room. You get to see it all, and it's fun and entertaining because it's just pure fun, not anything else. They jab at each other and have a good time.
I'll help you out. They were the ones on Clubhouse last night. If you caught any of that last night.
No, I did not, unfortunately.
Okay. I'll go back and rewatch it whenever you want.
Okay. Very cool. No, I definitely want him to get licensed because it'd just be good to contact home so that he could get his general and I can get my general because I don't have my general yet, but it's on, again, another long list of things that I need to complete. But it'd be cool to have like a home radio just to be able to, while I'm out or he's out, just to be able to tune in.
Definitely
you-
good for that.
Yeah, you definitely want to get your general. It opens up a lot more of the amateur radio bands to you. And
Yeah,
it's a lot of fun.
did,
I think it's
I
HF is a lot of fun.
Oh my gosh, yes.
actually did a soda. So I was with my dad and then another tech, and then we had an extra with us. We were doing Red Mountain 3 in Uray, and we did try the 10-meter band, but there wasn't anyone on it. I think recently it's been down.
Yeah.
Just not the right conditions. So we tried, and I mean, as a tech, that's as far as I can go. And so when our extra got contacts, I'm like, yeah, I need to go all the way to extra.
Definitely.
Usually that's the kick in the butt that everybody gets and goes, oh yeah, I need that.
I wouldn't, it's a great goal, but I think I'd probably focus just on the general. There's a lot of extra stuff, and at the end of the day, you really don't gain a whole lot. So you kind of got to list in there, what is that? What's the why, right? Is it bragging rights? Is it extra band? Because there's some bandwidth that or areas that you can only work European stations during contests. So there are some things like that. So depending on which one of the 1,000 hobbies inside of this hobby that you're interested in, but getting that general opens up probably 90+% of the band space for you, and will allow you to do almost everything. And it's not much harder than the tech. It's really just an extension of the tech where they just add a few more questions in. And a lot of people, we encourage a lot of people when they're going to take their tech to just study for the general. And just try them back to back. It's one of those things. A lot of the I started to say VARs. A lot of the VECs will just allow you to take the next test if you pass the
Yep.
right.
Yeah,
right.
that's what they offered me.
Yeah.
At the McKinney Amateur Radio Club, I finished my tech, and they're like, "Here's a general." I started reading through the general. A lot of the questions were from the tech exam. Not a lot, maybe like 2%. But I was starting to read it, and I'm like, I'm gonna wait. And then
roughly, there's about 30% crossover between the two.
What he said.
And me and Vince are VEs together. And I VE like at least once a week, maybe twice a week. And we always tell people if they did well on their technician exam if they've studied and ready to take the general, to take it. But we tell them, since you're already done the technician and you're in that study mode, keep doing it and get your general.
Yep, totally.
Yes.
Totally. The real fun is at general class. I'll tell people. I'll further it with this. I'll say, look, congratulations, welcome to ham radio. Glad you got your technician class. Now go crack open a beer, or a glass of wine, or bottle of pop, or whatever your
is it safe to say
your thing is. Yeah, and go celebrate your well-earned success. And while you're sipping on that drink, go run a general practice test. And then I want you to tell me if you don't get at least 30%, because I will send you video evidence that I will eat these headphones. You can see I'm still wearing them. Right? There's that much crossover in the material. So many people don't realize that.
That's for sure.
Yeah.
Actually, someone did pass their general after they took their tech, and I was like kicking myself out of that. I'm like, man, I should have.
But you shouldn't force yourself to do it. I forced myself. I got my technician, then 2 months later I got my general, and then I knew the question pool for the extra was going to expire in a few months. This was like, I got my general in May or March, and in end of June the extra class was going to expire. So I kind of forced myself to do it, and then I kind of psyched myself out of doing it. And it was only 10 years later where I was motivated to get my extra, to study consistently. That's the key, is consistent study.
Yeah.
And just to get it done. And my first real try to do it, I nailed it. I didn't get 100%, but I passed and I was happy and relieved that I got it done.
Awesome.
But you got to be
Fantastic.
motivated to do it. You got to have that drive
Yeah.
to study for
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, just set that time for the next week or 2 weeks just to be like, I'm going to study in the afternoon and get it done.
Yeah,
Those
15 to
practice
30
tests will
minutes.
help
Yeah, 15 to 30 minutes of going through the question pool, and then every day consistently. You could skip a day or two, but you want to do it consistently, at least for a while, until you. I use hamstudy.org. I recommend it, and they have a proficiency meter. So once your proficiency gets up to like 80% or more, I tell people start taking the practice exams. And once you ace those with 80% or more, then you're probably ready for the next exam.
Yep.
Yeah. Cool.
Too much fun
And
studying.
with your background, it seems like it'll be super simple for you to get general.
I would think so.
Mhm.
I would think so. General came to me easier than I really gave it credit for because I waited, gee whiz, almost 8 years before I took the general exam, and then I'm like, that was a lot easier than I thought it was going to be. But the extra is not. Wasn't for me, and I still haven't got it. So I'm getting there.
And Mike had a comment earlier to traveling him. He said extra has less bang for the bucks. You know, a lot of people love extra because of the extra perks you get as an extra, but a lot of us are still just generals, and we're happy there.
Yeah.
I was happy for general for 10 years.
Yep.
I just wanted to get that last license class, and
yep, that's me. I want to get it
I was
over
motivated to do it. So nothing wrong with being a general.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with being a
Not
technician.
at all. I'm having a lot of fun as a general. It's the HF privileges did it for me. The POTA bit me, and I'm the all-star guy. I'm way down there on the 2 meter, 70 centimeter stuff a lot.
and dude, you are a freaking expert in that space too. There is something to be said for that. I can barely spell all-star.
Hey, I'm not going to brag or anything, but the great K8MRD Mike said that he cited me first before Freddie when it came to All Star, which I was very impressed by.
That is
Freddie, if you've heard that video or not, that's what I said. I'm like, dude, man, you've been drinking.
So the Hillbilly Ham's got a great comment on one of the streams. He says, if you pass 5 tests in a row to 80%, go do your testing.
And that's when I went and tested for general, because I used to get on QRZ and take all those practice tests. And I was doing my my general practice test there. And when I hit a consistent 80, 82, I went and took the test, and I actually scored a little bit higher. Those practice tests will help you a lot.
Yeah. So let me give you all the same advice we give to people when they come testing with us at the VE teams. Hamstudy.org is free. It will give you it will tell you when you have seen the entire question pool. So if you're studying by memorizing flashcards, that's an approach. Hamstudy will tell you that you've seen all the cards, and it will tell you your aptitude in each section as well. And I believe that's the only study tool that is configured in that way. And the people that I see, I don't know about Jeff as a VE, but the people that I see come through that used Hamstudy for studying have damn near 100% success rate if they actually put the time into study. Now, I did have a candidate come through last week. He says, "Oh, I studied a lot. I put like 10 hours into it." He crashed and burned. And it was very sad to see, of course. And I said, dude, this is at least 40 hours of studying if you're trying to learn the material, and half that if you're studying flashcards. So anyway, there's different approaches, but that shameless plug for hamstudy.org is really what I wanted to share. So that's a great way to go.
Viable source as well.
Yeah, indeed.
Totally.
Yeah, indeed.
Before we continue a little bit here, can I get an introduction to each of you? This is my first time talking to each of you. I would like to know each other a little bit more. Or if you want to continue with the stream.
Absolutely.
No. My name is Tim. I have Gray Man POTA YouTube channel. and I feel like this is one of those edits at work where we have to
Go around the room.
So yeah, no, my name is Tim, and I've got the Gray Man Poda YouTube channel.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Thanks
Vince,
for
you wanna
sending me
go?
the link.
Oh, I'm
Where you
next
are?
because I'm beside you. Okay, got it. And
Yeah,
then
well.
Freddie will be after me.
Yeah.
But hey, Al, welcome aboard. I'm Vince, VE6LK. I run a YouTube channel called Ham Smarter with VE6LK. I'm located in southern Alberta, Canada, because I'm Canadian. And as the Canadian joke goes, I'm not sorry about that. We were tickled pink to have you here on the stream.
You know the joke where they have like a bag of letters and then they just put the A at the end of the ones that they pull out.
Exactly. C-A-N-A.
That's the one.
C-A. Yeah, that's the one, eh?
Good day,
And then,
Yeah.
You're
Okay,
going to
very
fit
good.
in. You're bringing the Canadian jokes. I love it.
Yep.
Oh,
Yep.
very
Absolutely.
nice.
Yeah.
You got moose in your backyard?
Not lately. I haven't seen any in my activations lately, but I have seen them not very far from where I live. So yeah,
Very cool. That's cool.
yeah.
I am Freddie Mac. I live in Oklahoma, and I am the Ham Radio Crusader YouTube channel. And a lot of my videos are focused on All-Star Link because it's something I got into about 4 years ago. No, 3 years ago ish. Anyway, and have really, head over heels about it. But 33 years law enforcement, and I thought, you know what? It's time I got ham radio back on the front burner since I retired, and having a lot of fun with that. So, yeah, Ham Radio Crusader YouTube channel. Good to
That's
meet
awesome.
you.
Good to meet you too.
Hi, I'm Jeff. Call signs K3JRZ, Kilo 3 Juliet Romeo Zulu. My channel is just my call sign K3JRZ on the air. A lot of it is my POTA activations, proof that I was at somewhere, proof that I talked to certain people, and proof of what happened. So
I've seen your shorts, and I think there were some interactions in some of them with some angry people or some. I think it's called sad hams, is what they're called.
yeah,
I've seen some of your shorts.
Yeah, I put out a few recently. Not big into shorts. I'm trying to do a little bit more of them now that I figured out a good way with my editing program to do them easier. But I just need the content really for it. But yeah, I like doing POTA activations because I have too much RFI in my house around my area. So I could go out and take advantage of being out in a quiet area or traveling, which I'm going to be doing this weekend, and going to places I haven't been to before. So never know what's going to happen when you're on the air or who you're going to talk to, but I document what I do.
Cool.
And
That's
I'm
really
Frank, Ham Radio Wilderness with Frank KG6NLW. I'm the one that reached out to you originally here. And
Yes.
I do a little bit of everything. POTA activations, out in the wilderness stuff, although that's been lacking because of work. Lots of live streams. I run the Northern California Swap Net every Thursday night at 10 Central. What else? I'm not like Freddie in the PD area, but I do have lots of commercial radios, and I'm known for Motorola, Kenwood, and ICOM commercial rigs left and right. But I do have my fair share of Yaesu and Kenwood and ICOM ham radio rigs. And this is not how I normally sound. I somehow got sick over this last weekend while I was at work, and so I'm recovering from that.
No worries. Well, thank you so much for the quick introductions. Sorry, I just wanted to meet and hear each of your names.
Totally
Cool.
acceptable. We should have started there, and we apologize for our.
No, I came in late. I'm the one who came in late, so do not worry.
It's all good. All good in the hood. We know how it is.
Cool.
So
go ahead.
I was going to mention. So you said you have a technologist background, then?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I studied computer engineering in college, and graduated with it. Mm-hmm.
So is that your everyday?
No. So I wanted to go into some type of computer engineering. I knew I wanted to go to engineering, and I knew it wasn't going to be mechanical or anything medical. I just wasn't my avenue. I wanted to stick to software related schooling because that could provide me a remote job. And my dad, he is a software engineer, and being inspired as his daughter with his lifestyle and being able to work from home. Like, yeah, he was working from home before COVID was a thing, and so he always had that opportunity to work from home. Like that, yeah, that's what I want too. And so I went into computer engineering because I wasn't necessarily a great coder, but I was okay. But so I went the more electrical route with computer engineering. It was more hardware and more like hands-on stuff and making kind of physical things come to life. So that was fun, and completed my capstone in my senior year. But then after I graduated, I joined a company where I didn't do a lot of that tech work. It was more like consulting and PowerPoint making. And so I just was like, no, I wanted to get back more into tech. And so I joined a different company, became a software developer, and then got promoted to project management of the thing I was developing. And so I've had a technical background. And so when Ham Radio came along, I'm like, oh, okay, you can work electrically. You can, I know all the things with electrical, maybe out of practice a little bit, but it's all familiar material for me. So
Nice.
I'm excited to get back into
once
it a
you
little
shock
bit more.
yourself, it'll all come back to you.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
Any Debian Linux programming in there?
Just don't complete the circuit.
What was that, Freddie?
Yeah.
That's an important question. What was that?
Elle, is there any Debian Linux programming that you've been doing, engineering?
Some in Linux, but I'm not familiar with Debian.
Debian Linux. It's one of the bigger ones in my opinion, but all Starlink's software is all Debian 12. So always looking for developers in that area.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, not too familiar with that.
Okay.
It's been a while since I've kind of dabbled in it, but I definitely want to get back and utilize my degree a little bit.
Oops.
So you have a dog. That was
Yeah.
yeah.
She's right here.
What's her name?
Her name is Maple. Do you want me to grab her?
Yeah.
Oh yes.
So I was going to make a suggestion, and I know she's popped up in a video or two. You take her out.
Oh.
Everyone, grab your dog.
Yeah,
my dog's here.
You should create her own social media page.
Yes.
To go in
she
conjunction.
does.
Oh, see, there you go. All right.
Frank
That's
will
awesome.
post a link to that page in the chat.
Yeah.
It's called the Aussie Maple. That's her page. But again, going back to why I started YouTube, I don't know. I got kind of like self-reflective moment one time. I was kind of doom scrolling, to be honest, and I really felt like bad. I was like, I'm just sitting here consuming. Like, I'm just consuming. I'm not adding anything to anyone else's life. And I always kind of had that in the back of my head whenever I was scrolling or just like not really providing anything for anyone other than myself. I was just sitting there just consuming. And I've always looked for ways to produce content, one with my dog, with my own photography page that I tried to get going, but didn't really continue with it. And so I've always been looking for avenues to create, but a lot of it just kind of died off. And so once Ham Radio came up and I saw that there could have been like an opportunity to jump into this space, that's another reason why I'm here, is because I've always like looked for ways to create. It just maybe didn't pan out, or I didn't have time, or just wasn't in the right place yet.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yes. And I totally get the whole you consume, especially when YouTube first came out. That was totally what I was doing. But the creator side of it all, I've been doing this a couple of years now, totally fulfilling. It's a lot of work sometimes. It can be totally consuming, but the fulfillment that you get in your life from it, especially when you get feedback, even the bad feedback, the bad feedback helps, but the good feedback that you get from your subscribers and the folks that come along and comment on your videos, it's worth every ounce of effort you put into any of it. So I think you made a good choice, kiddo.
Oh, thanks.
Have you had anybody as you're out in town, wherever, just doing, normal everyday stuff, somebody recognize you yet from your video? somebody that
No.
doesn't know you, a complete stranger that all of a sudden realizes that you're the one on the video?
No, at least not in like if I'm going to the grocery store. But the other day I joined a class for the first time for the McKinney Amateur Radio Club. They were hosting a UHF, VHF kind of basics class. And one of the members there, he kind of helped me get kickstarted with like learning my radio, and really wanted to be there, support him, support the effort with the club. And I just want to contribute a little more, just like be present. And showed up, and after the class I had a couple of people, the members, come up to me and be like, hey, love your videos, hey, love your videos. And I didn't come up to them or didn't say anything. They came to me just saying, hey, we really like what you're doing. And of course I said thank you, and chatted with them a little bit. So
That's
not
awesome.
outside of amateur radio yet, but inside so far. And the other day I was on the Trash Network from my drive, and I logged in or programmed in, and people were like, oh, we caught you the other day, or like, oh, when's the next video coming out? I'm like, oh, when I don't have so much work. But,
Yeah.
That's the key right there.
So I still hear it when I'm doing a POTA activation. Somebody will be like, we'll do the exchange, and I get the, hey, I like your videos and things like that. And the first, 20, 30 times you hear it, it's kind of that overwhelming feeling, right? That at least you know that somebody is appreciating the effort that you're putting out there. And it's a good feeling. But it sometimes can be a little overwhelming. I know, Dane's not here tonight. One of our friends that's also comes up on the kids table with us went to.
He actually
Dayton
just
with us.
left the chat.
Did he really? Well, he can jump in. He knows the.
No,
thing,
he
but,
headed to bed.
He said good night.
Oh, okay. This was the first time he was in front of a crowd of people, and it kind of got a little overwhelming for him because people recognized him from the video, but he had always just been at home or been at work, and not in a crowd of people that were watching amateur radio videos. So, good stuff. So, so you're down in Texas then, right?
yeah, North Texas.
Is that so small community, big community that you're in, or?
I think there's a large amateur radio community in North Texas. Is anyone here in North Texas?
Well, I'm in occupied North Texas. We call it Oklahoma.
Okay.
Oh,
I'm not
Shorty.
too far. I'm not too far
Classic.
from Oklahoma. I'm just like 30 minutes south of Sherman. So. And
Oh,
Sherman's
wow.
basically
You are
Oklahoma.
close. Yeah. Not bad at all.
So, but I would say there's a big amateur community. I mean, there's clubs in every which city. There's clubs in Plano, Richardson, McKinney. I think there's a big one in Denton, Dallas, I'm sure. I don't know about Frisco. There's a lot of like it's a younger crowd in Frisco, I would say, just because it's like basically the new California right now. And maybe not, I don't know. I haven't researched Frisco that much, but all the other surrounding cities, there's a club for everyone, and they each kind of niche in their own different activities. There's someone in the chat here that I've been seeing posting, and they do weather balloon launches, and I definitely want to attend one where they like strap like a payload to it and like release it and collect information. I don't know if the McKinney Club does that, but it's either the Richardson or the Denton one that does that.
We actually have a ham radio operator in the chat that flies hot air balloons and takes a radio up there in the air with them.
Whoa.
Yeah.
And he's in Texas.
And he's in Texas.
Yeah.
Shane,
Why
this
don't we
side
have
of the radio.
bodas, balloons on the air? Where are my bodas at?
Totally. That's
There
a
you
totally doable thing right there.
Shane, make it happen.
There you go.
You get to rub on everybody else every week. Now it's our turn to rub on you, Shane.
Yep. Shane says Lake Area Amateur Radio Club is close. So I believe Shane's in the Dallas-Fort Worth area.
Cool. Yeah. So to answer your question, is there a big community? I would say yes. I think there is a big community here.
So you have resources nearby to draw from if you've got questions. That is one of the, I think everybody's experience is going to be a little bit different depending on where they live and who they have around to help them out, to mentor Elmer them. And I think this is where YouTube and amateur radio have collided in such a way to provide that kind of that virtual club, that ability. You know, the boundary of distance is no longer a big thing now, because you can watch videos from people all over the world, and you can find people and personalities that you prefer, right? You're not stuck with Vern down at the club and his cranky attitude, you know, because it's after 7 o'clock on a Thursday. And
Tim,
yeah,
choose a better name, because Vern is a nice guy.
Well, no, okay, I was not Vern 6. All right.
I was going to say, Vern's a nice guy. By the way, question. What do you think of jumping out of a perfectly good airplane?
I don't have it on my list of things to do. I'm not.
We also have another member of the kids table who jumps out of airplanes and takes ham radio with him and makes ham radio
serviceable aircraft.
Yeah.
In the free fall?
Not in the free fall.
Well, no.
No, after the deployment.
After
deployment.
Yeah.
Okay. No, that is not one of my interests. Things to do to jump out of a plane. Skydiving.
I'm right there with you, kiddo.
Not
up my alley.
No.
I just wanted to get that off the table for you before the other guys at the other place that reached out to you brought it up, because I know they will.
They will.
Okay.
That other place.
That other place.
Those other guys. Those other Hamtubers. But well, you got 4 videos out now. What kind of things are you looking at? I think it was 4 when I looked at your channel the other day. There was 4. But what other kind of videos are you looking at for the future?
Definitely. I want to shadow a fox hunt and kind of film my experience doing that and how to fox hunt. I don't know if there's a big community or knowledge around that. See, I want to shadow it and film it, and then showcase kind of what all goes in that. So that's an idea that I have that I want. I also want to interview the members of the McKinney Club and kind of ask them, like, what's your favorite thing about ham radio, and maybe do a showcase there. But I actually have 3 videos kind of in drafts right now. I haven't been able to release it down and edit, but one of them is my actual soda. It'll be a different format video. I don't know how I'm going to do it yet, and it's going to be a little challenging for me to film, but I've got my soda video that I want to post. I have a Wires X portable digital node video, like a tutorial how to set that up with your AC radio. And then the third one that I have is my road trip back here. And so I've got 3 kind of circling in my head right now. And after that, maybe like the fox hunt video. We'll see.
You'll
find ideas floating.
You'll find as you get into this that you're going to start making a list of all the ideas you want. You're going to keep it on the desk beside you so that you don't forget to do them one day.
You're going to start looking at things and going, that's a video. I could totally make a video out of this or whatever. Yeah. It's going to start flowing before you know it.
Oh, there's a great comment. Colin in VK says, might need bungee jumping on the air, but the signal might go up and down a little bit.
That's a dad joke, dude. I totally got to use that for a dad joke.
Yeah, it's totally dad joke territory for Dad Joke Wednesdays.
It's like you transmit at the top, but then like cut out the bottom.
Yeah, that's one way to go. Freddie does these does shorts for Wednesdays, and they're Dad Joke Wednesdays. And it's one of the highlights of my week watching Freddie's Dad Joke Wednesday videos.
I love dad jokes so much.
Freddie, how many dad jokes do you put out a week on Wednesday? I know it's multiple shorts, isn't it? Or is it just one?
No, I do one every Wednesday, but there's at least a minute's worth of content. I try to do a whole minute, but it's not all of that is dad jokes. I try to introduce a radio, put a little ham into it.
Gotta have a little ham.
Yeah, but my dad jokes, I hold them dear. It's the cleanest form of humor there is on this earth, my opinion. So we'll see how it works out.
Yeah.
if I wanted to buy an antenna, where do I go? And or build my own or construct my own?
For what band?
Right now, at least up to 10 meters.
So
tech.
the portions of the tech. So 10 meters, 40 meters, 2 meters, 70 centimeters, 6 meters, kind of those bands, right?
And she's in Sherman, not far from Plano.
Well, so
I was born and raised in Plano, actually.
The Canadian here doesn't know where any of the stores are, but I would direct you to Freddie's going to direct you to Ham Radio Outlet in Plano. So is Shane in the comments. I'm going to direct you to Home Depot or any hardware store where you can buy some wire.
Yep, and make
or the own. Dollar General, and you can build your own.
That's totally need to watch some of
I know it's videos. I know it is very bougie. Dollar General, but it'll
What's
work.
What's the Canadian version of the Dollar General?
Dollarama.
That's Canadian bouge.
It's Canadian bouge. And so I stopped in at the Dollarama and I found some 100-foot spools of speaker wire, RCA brand. Yeah, sure it is. And it's 2 leads. So there's 200 feet of wire, and I got it for $5. That's just a little while ago. So today maybe it's $10. But there's 200 feet of wire there. And so I built a fan dipole out of this wire, and I put a 5-band, 8-element fan dipole up in the air, and it stayed up in the air for 7 years before it began to break down. I put it up as a joke to see how long it would last.
Fan dipoles are amazing home antennas.
Oh, hell yes.
This is a basic BNC terminal adapter here. So you got
Tim, you need to embiggen yourself.
Oh golly, I don't know.
BNC. It's called a BNC terminal adapter. What Tim is about to show you.
Oh yeah.
There he goes.
Yeah, it's a BNC terminal adapter, so you can put BNC on the end of it, and then there's 2 posts that you can wrap, like Vince said, speaker wire. It's inexpensive. Wrap that around there. Cut the wire for the frequency that you need, or the band, and there you go. That's your first basic easy antenna, and you can do that on 10 meters. But it's a dipole, so your positive and your negative side are going to need to be the same length, but whatever your target frequency is. So I would focus right in the middle of the technician's portion of the 10-meter band. Find out what the distance equivalent for that is, and 1/4 of the wavelength. Cut the wire, split it in half, put one on the positive, one on the negative side, hook your coax up to it, and you're pretty well good to go.
And I'll also recommend Coastal Waves and Wires YouTube channel.
Oh yeah.
Walt makes a lot of wire antennas. He loves making wire antennas. He has a lot of content about that. Speaking of which,
Coastal Waves and Wires, we have the Salty Walt's Coastal Waves and Wires Summer Antenna Challenge going on right now, where if you want to build an antenna based loosely on some of the designs that Walt has posted over the last couple of years on his YouTube channel or his Twix channel, and or what was published in his book. We're going to take those over the summer and judge them and award some winners.
Speaking of book, this is a very popular textbook from the ARRL, the ARRL antenna book.
Oh yeah.
And if you go out and get the ARRL handbook, you'll find lots of antenna designs in there that you can build from too. So this is a compendium of articles from QST magazine, as are the other articles in the basic ARRL handbook. So
I'll definitely check that out. I had speaking about antennas, I don't know, excuse me, I don't understand prices of them. Especially, I see a lot of the handhelds with the directional. Is it Yagi antennas?
Yagi, yep.
How
Yeah,
much are those?
so I don't understand them either, and I work in a candy store where we sell that stuff. And so it drives me crazy when I don't get the pricing either. But these are the prices that are set by the manufacturers. A typical quarter wave whip antenna is somewhere in the neighborhood of 25 to 30 US dollars. So kind of a long rubber duck. Those Yagi antennas from Arrow Antenna, I want to say they're about 100 to 125 US
Maybe a little bit
for
more.
maybe a little bit more. Thanks,
150
Jeff.
maybe.
Yeah. And then there's a Yagi antenna, a log periodic antenna from Elk Antennas, which is a little bit more money again. It's higher gain. It's a little bit smaller. So
About
you
$1.79.
you can build something called a tape measure Yagi,
Oh
and
yeah.
you can take a piece of a tape measure and use it as your elements and grind off the paint and solder to it and tape it to a piece of PVC plumbing plastic and build your own. There's plenty of plans out there to do
Yep.
that. And that's a pretty essential antenna for doing fox hunting.
Yeah, there you go.
Mhm.
Oh boy,
Right.
yeah.
So
Full circle
that
there.
yeah, that's one you'll see a lot of groups when they teach the fox hunting, they'll make the tape measure Yagis as a kind of a hands-on addition to the fox hunting to just get your hands in there, right? And it's something that you've built, but then you're also utilizing what you've built to directionally track a radio.
Yeah.
So it adds more to the experience.
It
Yeah, for
surely
sure.
does.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
that's definitely I definitely overestimated prices there, so that's really good to know. Thanks for sharing that.
Yeah. Yeah, no worries. I mean, one of my favorite activities to do. So first off, people accuse me of spending their money. Break out your credit card because Vince is here, because Vince is a master enabler.
You
And
are.
Yeah.
I've been told that a few times, and it doesn't help, that's what we do on the podcast as well, right? But the thing that I like to do sometimes when I'm trying to figure out costing is I'll pull up 3 or 4 or 5 different resellers: DX Engineering, R&L Electronics, Ham Radio Outlet. Who am I
DX
missing?
Engineering,
I said
Gigaparts.
Gigaparts. Thank you. Yeah, and I bought from all of these guys as a Canadian, and they do fine business. And I'll take a look at all of them and try to get an idea around pricing so that I can start to build some budget. I'm also not afraid of buying some used gear. But if you grew up with a soldering iron, that's you're definitely not afraid too much of that kind of stuff. So don't be afraid of that with something like a simple Yagi. If it's in good physical condition, odds are it's in good electrical condition too, if you can find a used one at a flea market.
So a good question. And this comes from Chris Bricker, who he's questionable but fun. Can you put an antenna up? Because are you in an HOA or not? I think I remember you saying you're in
I
one. But you
am.
haven't. So some
I am.
HOAs will limit you as to what you can put up.
Visibly.
Visibly.
But yeah, are you familiar with the YouTube channel HOA Ham?
I've
Yes.
heard of him.
Yes,
Great
he's
channel.
Great resource if you live in an HOA to find ways to skirt around the limits there on what they may or may not allow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know the current restrictions right now, so
So understand those restrictions in your HOA rules. What a lot of people do for HF is they put up a flagpole vertical. They put up a flagpole with a flag on it that happens to be 33 or 43 feet tall. And, because those are kind of magic numbers in the world of antennas. And, they bury the radials in the lawn and they bury the coax to the bottom of the antenna. And it's a flagpole as far as the neighbors are concerned. And it doesn't have to be in your front yard. It can certainly be in your backyard.
Yep.
So my brother was in an HOA for a while and he put up a fan dipole and he floated it 3 inches off the surface of his roof with 30 gauge wire. You couldn't see it more than 10 feet away.
That's a cool idea. I never thought of that one. Great idea.
Yeah.
My wife may have never noticed that.
Yeah.
Now, did he have it like this, like lying flat, or did he have it lying like that above the roof?
So surface of the roof,
Ooh,
antenna
nice.
3 inches above it.
Nice.
That's
nice.
And
awesome.
strung
I like
out
that.
along. And of course, any wire antenna, you can have a bend in it. Just don't
Yeah.
make the bend more than 90 degrees, or else things will happen. I've had my bends at like 30 degrees, and my antenna still loaded up, and I talked to people, so I was happy with that. But anyway, antennas are fun to experiment with.
Yeah.
Well, Tim, what's Walt's book called? I can't remember. The Salty Walt Antenna Handbook, I think.
Walt's book.
Oh,
Yeah, it's just Walt's book.
Yeah, hang on.
yeah, we're gonna
Wait,
find it because that's
Got it in big. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, here it is, right here.
Salty
Salty
Walt's
Walt's portable
Portable
antenna sketchbook.
So that's a really popular book right now. So
And
the HOA Buster is my current one. It uses the house's gutters, the Brocam says. So yeah, some people will load up their gutters.
Yeah, I've heard of those.
Yep.
Yeah. I've tried
They're
loading up gutters. It's interesting.
They're pretty
So I'm-
nice little antenna systems, those HOA busters.
Yeah.
I do want to bring this up here, Mike.
Well, I was
Kevin.
going to be my next one.
The traffic is it Kevin? I can't never remember names.
It's Mike.
Mike.
No, I was close. I had it right the first time. My favorite part of Elle's channel is as a new ham, she just picked up the mic and started yakking. Didn't experience mic fright at all.
Yeah.
And then, how are you feeling when you transmitted for the first time?
I was definitely scared. So the first time I transmitted, funny enough, my call sign didn't even hit Q or Z yet. I got my call sign. I kind of rushed the process too because I don't know. I was about to leave for Colorado, and I knew I wanted the radio before I left on my road trip. And so quickly rushed and did the exam, and then like constantly just like refresh my email for the FCC email confirmation. And then I know you have to go in and pay like your $30. And as soon as I got it, I immediately paid. And my husband, he bought the Baofeng and or Boofwang, someone other YouTuber says it. But
They all work.
Yeah.
so I got the
Bofeng.
Bofeng.
Bofeng is the pronunciation. We just did a small segment of that on Workbench. Bofeng. Although some of us call it potato fang. So
Pronounce it
Boofwang.
however you want. That's the short version.
yeah,
Everyone's
that's
going to know
good.
what you're talking about, though.
Yes.
Yes.
Very good.
Yes. Sorry,
Very
go ahead.
nice. So I grabbed the, oh my gosh, Bofeng, and first found a repeater book, and I was like, okay, where are the repeaters? What do I look up? And so I get a repeater book online, find the McKinney one, and it was during a work day, and I was I think I got Chipotle for lunch, and just brought the radio along. I'm like, I'm gonna transmit. I'm just gonna do it, and I figured out how to program the handheld, and I'm like anxious, like okay, and so I key up, and I'm like KJ. I like don't know my call sign yet, so I say KJ5 LXP, and I'm probably very unprofessionally, and then someone keys back. I was like stunned. I was like, whoa. It works. I programmed it correctly. But
That's totally good omen right there.
Yeah, really.
They said my transmit was bad because I think I was on. I live near like Anna, Melissa area, and so I was hooked up to the McKinney repeater, and it was a little far. So they said, "Oh, go on this frequency." So I changed my programming and keyed up, and I was much clearer. And the people that I talked to were the monitors of that repeater, which were a part of the McKinney Amateur Radio Club. And that was my first experience on the radio. And they said, come out to breakfast Saturday morning. I said, okay. And so I go to breakfast, I go to IHOP and meet other people from the club, and probably annoyed Lance because that wasn't the only time that I keyed up. I probably keyed up the next day too. And whenever he said, "Oh, this is the repeater I monitor," I'm like, "Does that mean you police? Like, am I doing something wrong? Like, you're monitoring the repeater? Am I in trouble?"
Who's talking on my repeater?
Yeah, I'm like, "Oh, okay." But no, he's like, "No, the reason why I monitor is so that, like, say that people are testing the radios, testing their equipment, I'm there to like help them confirm that their equipment is working."
Yep.
But yeah, I thought I was in trouble.
There's very few repeaters where you'd be in trouble like that.
Yeah.
Mostly in California, though.
Yeah, mostly out
Yeah.
here, unfortunately. So we have a question that came in a while ago from Shane. You'll meet him eventually here, El. He says, "I see the Forerunner is there. Is there an overland interest at all?"
Oh yeah, I did a Cinnamon Pass the other day. Maybe not overland camping. Like I don't I don't have a rooftop tent, but during my travels in Colorado, we did Cinnamon Pass and hiked and camped in American Basin, and yeah, do a bunch of 4x4ing. I'm not gonna get on Black Bear Pass. Black Bear Pass, I think, is like a very deadly area, deadly off-road, but the ones that I can manage, I will go off-roading and take my Forerunner on.
So there was a part of our bigger group of guys that just went out to Colorado, and they've been trying to go out every year and do a week trip out there and go camping and hiking and everything like that, which and do ham radio stuff, which is fun, absolutely fun. So
And they've got the More Expo in the spring.
Yep.
I did see Tank Radio post and that he was in that area, and I tried to connect with him, but it didn't work out. I actually was able to email one of the members in that group, and they were like, so I asked them, are you with Tank Radio? He's like, yeah, we're up in like near Ridgeway and Uray. And
they claimed him.
Yeah.
They claimed that they knew him.
Yeah. She doesn't understand that dynamic between them groups,
yeah.
but she will.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm sorry.
We like to get
No. You're good. El, let's put it this way: us Franks have a fun name in the community. We're the ones that get ragged on the most. We all get ragged on, but we're the ones that get ragged on the most.
Yeah. But I wasn't able to meet up just because I was about to leave. They were far off. They were about to leave, and so. But I did connect with one of the guys there.
So hey, Tim, check private chat too.
Yeah, actually, most of that group is from the Dallas Fort Worth area.
Yeah,
that went up there, so they're not too far away from you.
Cool.
So okay. Tim is computing.
I am computing. Sorry about that.
That's so. Okay.
Well, we have been going for about an hour and 15 minutes tonight. El, anything? Well, we already talked about anything that you've got coming up on your channel that you want to promote, highlight.
Just hope that I can get a video out this week, and it'll be about Wires X and your PDN availability with it. Tim, what was that book? I have my iPad and I've got the antenna book written down. What was the book that you mentioned?
Check this out.
Salty Walt's Antenna
Handbook, sketchbook.
Yeah. What's that?
Salty Walt's Antenna sketchbook.
Okay, very good. I need to get these in my.
Here it is.
Right
there.
There it is on screen.
On the screen.
And so, El, when you head to the nearest tailgate or swap meet, you'll undoubtedly see some ARRL antenna books or ARRL handbooks there, and they'll be dirt cheap.
Yeah.
Okay.
So always a fun experience for a newbie to head to a swap meet and look at all the shiny toys. Bring cash.
Yeah, lots of.
Yeah.
Got it.
And I'll make one fun suggestion.
Had a lot of money.
Here.
Ham radio.
Yeah.
I'll make one fun suggestion here for you. If you want to get your husband in the ham radio a little quicker, just set up a radio in the kitchen or whatever where he can hear you when you're out traveling. Set it like Texas Nexus or whatever, and just let him listen. And soon enough, he'll go, all right, that's it. I got to pick up the microphone, and he'll go for his license.
Yeah. Get a home radio. Underlined.
There you go.
Yeah, right on.
Yeah, I said in the private chat that my camera might die. It's hooked up. I don't know what's going on, but it's flashing red at me.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, we were going. That's why we were wrapping it up. But appreciate you coming on just in case your camera drops while we're wrapping up here. But definitely, if you can, hang tight. As soon as we're done, we'll say our proper goodbyes after the thing. Frank, what do you got coming up on the channel this week?
Tomorrow, come hell or high water, NorCal SwapNet, 10 Central, 8 Pacific.
Yeah.
Next Friday, well, there's Huntsville Hamfest, but I might have a CQ chit chat lined up at 7 Central, so we'll see what happens with that. And I have a couple videos that are on the cutting room floor as we speak.
I wouldn't leave them down there. You might step on them.
No, they're good. They're on the good side of the cutting room floor.
Oh,
that's it from me, Tim.
All right, Roger that. Jeff, what do you got going on?
I also got a few videos that I'm working on, but I have not had a chance to work on them because of work. But I'm gonna have a POTA extravaganza this weekend, another road trip. So 1 or 2 on Friday, 1 or 2 on Saturday, and maybe 1 on Sunday. We'll see. So there we go.
Awesome. Freddie Mac?
Is my audio sound okay?
It sounds like you're back on the computer mic.
Yeah, something's up. And
It's passable.
Oh,
My
my bad.
earphones died. But nonetheless, I got a video dropping Thursday about the Kaiweets EMF detector. Detects RF and RF interference, electromagnetic interference, and electricity circuits, yada yada. It's a pretty neat little deal. So take a look for that. And I've got some really good stuff on deck with the Toad's digital interface and their DI6 daughter board coming up. Still in production, but coming soon.
Roger that. Vince, how about yourself?
Dude, I just had a video drop today. Helped me set up my QRP gear in the backwoods of Albertistan. It took me far too long to get my setup going. I had all kinds of problems, and you know what? That makes for a good video in and of itself. So beyond that, I still have every 2, 3, 4 days another episode dropping in the "What Would You Tell Your Younger Self Before You Wrote Your Exam" series. That'll run out through the end of August. So, Tim, what about you, man? What's coming up?
Awesome. Well, obviously, Huntsville Hamfest is coming up next weekend, and I am taking off from Indiana on Monday to drive down to Huntsville and actually go camping for the week and get away from work and all the fun stuff that's kept me pretty tied up. So I did roll out that All-Scan All-Star node, and I really like that thing. I've got it running here in the house with on a Raspberry Pi right now, but ultimately I want to put it on a 12-volt computer. So I'm going to release a video on getting that set up with the Raspberry Pi, but then hopefully before I leave, I'm going to have this on the 12-volt computer and have it mounted in the back of the Bronco. So I have a mobile node. So Freddie, I'm going to need to touch base with you to find out on that the IAX connection.
Oh, the registration.
Yeah, because I've switched mobile providers. So
Cool. We can do that.
Yep. So we're on the AT&T network now. But that's what I've got going on. Hopefully I'll get everything packed and get out of here and not get down to Alabama and forget that I forgot to pack something, which is sometimes always the case. But
Tim, if not, you can just buy it there.
That is true. That's true. It's
Gigaparts is right down the road.
That's right. Well, they've got a bathroom. They've got a stall in the bathroom there that's dressed up like a TARDIS. So if they've got that, they've got everything there. So
that sounds video worthy in and of itself, Tim. Just saying.
Any Doctor Who fans out there, you'll recognize that. But all right. Anything else before we get
looks like we got a few more subs tonight, which is fantastic. If you guys haven't subscribed to her, I've been dropping links, and Vince, I don't have your chat pulled up, so unfortunately haven't been able to drop there, but I'm sure you'll have it in the video description afterwards.
It's all good.
Yep.
You bet.
Yep.
I just lost my camera connection here.
Yeah, but you're still there, so you're good.
You're a
YouTube
by the way,
now. our friend Lou hiking in Hammond, who lives in the Huntsville area, says he's already alerted the cops to be on the lookout. A bolo for the Bronco. So there you go. So, all right. Well, we are going to get out of here. Everybody have a great week. We are going to try to get a show out next Wednesday night from Huntsville, and it will be dispersed like we are across the country. Maybe Freddie and Mac and I'll be together, but we'll see what happens. So look for a live stream, and we will get out of here. Everybody have a great week and enjoy your weekend. 73.
73, y'all.
33.
Thanks, everyone.